Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Cane. Today I have a Miss Kate kit that I'm going to show for her monthly box of October, which is all Halloween. And then I also have a sketch for 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. Today's sketch is by Teri Rice, and I'm going to change it up just slightly to match the 8.5 by 11 layouts that I'm going to create today. First, I'm going to do a quick unboxing of Miss Kate's kit for the month of October. And basically, the 6x6 pack comes with 4 of each design, and they're white core, they're double sided, and they have, I'm sorry, 68, not 64. They're double sided though, and they're basically 50% of the design size of the 12 by 12 paper. But I love that you get 4 of them versus, 1 or 2, because you can definitely create a full 12 by 12 sheet, even though I don't scrapbook 12 by 12, but um, that always comes in handy even when you're scrapbooking smaller sizes. But here you get lots of designs, and you get some that are solid, some that they're not really solid. They have black stars on them. And then some of them have little black cats and pumpkins, candy corn, witch feet, stars, moons. There are definitely a lot of different designs. And sorry I'm going so fast, but I really didn't want to take up the whole video of the unboxing. They have a full unboxing on the Miss Kate Design channel, and they go through it a lot slower than I do. But here's the sticker sheet and die cuts. You get these in the main kit. And the main kit is 12 by 12 papers. There's 20 sheets. It's 19 full designs. And then the back of the cover has a bonus pattern on it also. So altogether you get, you get 19 sheets, but you get 39 designs. So, and 2 of the papers, or 5 of the sheets, are actually 3 by 4s and 4 by 4 elements. So once again, like I said, they're mainly the same patterns as the 6x6, but they're larger. And I love all the candy corn that's in here. There's really some cute little candy corns in the die cuts that have little cute faces. And I don't always like faces on the embellishments, but I definitely think Halloween can get away with that. And the little candy corn are so cute. I kind of wish I would have had them when I did my layout earlier in the month of candy corn. But anyways, this is all cardstock in this pack. I'm not going to open it. It is single-sided cardstock, and there's 4 of each color, and it is white on the other side, and there are 64 sheets in that pack. So I'm going to take out the die cuts now, and the die cuts, there's 60 pieces, and there's also 60 stickers. And you get quite a few little titles here. There's 2 so far, these little candy corns, all these stars, and then little jack-o'-lanterns, little ghosts, spider webs, cats, and then I'm just going to separate them out by whatever they are. So you can see there's these little square ones. There's another title, so that's the 3rd title. I think there's 4 or 5 titles in total. And then these little witch feet and a witch hat, little witch pumpkin, a little owl. And then there's another title, and here's another title. Yeah, so there's 5 titles. And there's a few little bats. Actually, there are 6 titles because there's the spooky title. And I do use 2 of the titles on the layouts today. And I will show you how you can add to the title by using thickers or other stickers from your stash. And I'm going to move these over, I believe, to the side here in a minute, and bring in what I plan on adding from my stash to complete these layouts. So here's the photos that I'm going to use today. Some little Snapchat photos of my son and myself. And then the jack-o'-lantern from the corn maze. I pulled these spiders from Some Assemblage Required, and the bats actually don't make it on this layout. Those are acrylic bats from Pear Tree Cut Files, but those don't make it. The thickers do. So first, I'm going to get started with the left-hand side of the sketch, and she has a large photo on her layout, I think an 8x10. I'm not going to use a large photo. I'm actually going to use a way smaller photo. I believe the little pumpkin turned out to be 3 by, oh no, he's 4. He's got to be 4 inches. Let's see. He is, yeah, he's 4 inches by 2.5. Yeah, by 2.5 inches. And then I tore the black star paper from just from the background where I cut off. Whenever I cut it down to 8.5 by 11, I always have leftover paper. And I did gut the black paper just because black I can always use on all the layouts. So I went ahead and gutted that one. And then the plaid paper, I trimmed down a little bit smaller. I have about a quarter or about a half an inch all the way around as a border. And then I tore the paper, like I said, I tore the orange spider web, and then I roughed up the edges of it. The pumpkin one with the photo, the black one, is actually popped up on play foam. And then I'm going to tuck this little piece of play foam in there so I can put this little pumpkin here. So I put 3 little jack-o'-lanterns at the bottom along with the burlap strip that's from Hobby Lobby. And that is in the sketch. Teri has like a little design going across the bottom of the layout. And then this here is the Boo title up here. And then I'm going to add more to that in a minute. Keep playing with the embellishments. I'm going to add these little ghosts in because I think they're so cute. I added 1 up by Boo, and then I'm going to add 2 by the photos. I added the little moon up there also, still on the orange photo map. And then this here is little thickers from my stash. They actually came from a word, shine bright, but I'll never use the word shine bright. So I was okay with taking the letters and repurposing them into the word the. And then these letters here are actually Christmas letters from Vicki Booten. They go with her new Christmas collection, but I'm going to use them for Halloween. And I spelled out corn maze. I was seeing if I could add that other ghost. It's a little bit too much, so I'm not going to add it in. I had to look for the date of this photo, the year, but I believed it was 2016, but I wasn't sure. So I was able to find it on my phone. And I'm going to go ahead and place that down at the bottom because this is going to be one of the entry photos of our trip to the pumpkin patch. So I just put 2016 with little circle letters, and then I'm going to pull in the sticker sheet and see what else I can add in. I'm going to add in some stars here first, and then I added basically all the stars, I think, off of this sheet. All of the black stars and then 3 of the yellow stars. There's still a few more yellow stars, but there was only 2 black stars. So then I took the other black star from the die cuts and brought that in. And I believe that's it. I think I'm done with this layout. It turned out really cute, and I really like that it matches that pumpkin and really made it stand out. My son is standing at the bottom of it. You can tell how big that really is. And it's basically the entrance to the corn maze. So here's a few close-ups of this layout, and then we will get started on the second layout, which is the right-hand side of the layout. But I'm going to alter it just a little bit. Again, to make it work for 8.5 by 11, I have to make the squares that she shows on hers, I believe, are 3x4. But instead, mine are, let's see, I have the layout right here. Let me measure these up. I think they're 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 by 2.25. Yeah, 2.25. So I made them a little bit smaller. That's so that I could fit 3 of them across the bottom. And then I'm going to move them over slightly to the right hand side. First, I'm going to go ahead and paint these little wood veneer spiders with Shimmer's paint. And this is Shimmer's paint in coal. And it's just black, but it has a little bit of a sparkly gray to it. And actually, on the layout, as I'm looking at it, if the light shines at it, they look gray versus black. And that might be just because of the wood veneer. But I also added gesso on them, hoping that they wouldn't just soak up the shiny part and or soak up the paint and leave the shiny part on top. But I kind of think they did either way. But it's okay. I like the way they turn out. This stripe one that I'm adding at the bottom actually lines up with the stripes in the border. And like I said, I am going to place them a little bit over to the right. Part of that was because I want it to line up the stripes. But the other part is I'm going to have an extra photo. She actually has, I believe, yeah, in the sketch it shows 5 photos on this side. But I only have the 2 photos, and since it's a single page, I'm going to go ahead and use the 2 photos I have. And one is going portrait and one is going landscape. So the landscape one is actually going to go at the bottom. And then the portrait one I'm going to add as a top layer. So it's going to look like a pyramid kind of. And at the top, it's also going to house the title. So, and I don't believe she has a title on the sketch since her title is on the left-hand side. But since these are 2 separate layouts, they'll go in 2 separate albums. They need their own title. So my title is going to be Spooky Snaps, and I'm going to use thickers to add in snaps. And these were just Snapchat photos. We were just playing with the different filters, which I love to do. And I'm okay with scrapbooking them and putting them in albums because, like everything else, one day Snapchat filters might not exist, but we'll have memories of it. So I always want to add that in to my son's album because it was something he definitely enjoyed doing. He still enjoys, playing around now, but he won't let me keep the photos most of the time. Every once in a while, I get to keep the photos. Here I'm adding liquid glue and ATG to the play foam. I'm going to pop this up. And that little spider mesh piece that I added there behind the photo came from Shandy's Etsy shop, and that's just her shop is actually closed right now, I think for the holidays. She took a break again, but it was in her advent calendar for Halloween. So she had a monthly calendar that came out, and you got different items for the month of October. And that was one of the items that I got last year that I didn't get on the layout, but I'm getting it on the layout now. And not sure what I'm doing. Oh, I'm getting play foam. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm going to pop up the photo that's going to go at the top along with the title Spooky. So I'm just using play foam to do that. And I'm going to add it at the corner, the bottom corner of the photo, and overlapping the frame of the photo. And I used the 6x6 pad to mat that photo. The black piece actually is one of the scraps cut from the background paper yesterday, or not yesterday, the first one. And then the white one is also star paper, but it's from the 6x6 pad. And it's like in a cream color with black little stars on it. So I wanted that one to be the black and the cream color. And I'm just adding play foam to the title piece and the photo. Should have probably taken this part out because there's no need to watch me put play foam down. And I do it in pieces just because I find play foam curls and I don't like that. So I usually do it in pieces and then I find that it does not curl as easily. Getting that set, I'm going to place that up here right in the middle. And the spooky is placed a little bit more to the left. And that's again to kind of offset, from the bottom. So it kind of balances the layout. So here I'm adding spooky in my photo. Sorry, this is so slow. I should have sped it up just a little bit, but if you speed it up too much, then it kind of looks weird. So I don't want to speed it up too much. But I really enjoy these monthly boxes from Miss Kate's Design. She definitely has amazing papers in different designs, and you get so many of them. And it's just so fun to choose all the different papers. The only issue is you only get one of all of the 12 by 12s. So the pattern. So you have to come up with a little bit more creative ideas to create double page layouts. But it's okay. I really like the papers and I like the quality of them. And they're definitely cute papers. So here I'm adding the little spider to the spiderweb corner. And at first I use black embroidery floss is what I'm using right here. I'm going to add another little spider right here. And then I will actually come in and trade out that black thread for a silver thread that matches the thickers that I'm going to place on the title, which is snaps. And then there's also silver in that frame down at the bottom with the landscape photo. So the silver thread, I could have left them black, but the silver thread just added a little bit something else. So I like it just a little bit better. And I believe I did leave that part in. And like I said, I used the sketch from 30 Days of Sketches. I can't believe we're almost done. Today is day 27. Tomorrow's day 28, which is also acrylic stash busting. And I'm actually going to have two layouts of my son on Halloween, but they're two separate layouts again because I didn't have enough photos for a double page, but I want to keep with my two layouts a day. And by the end of the month, I'll have almost 60 layouts complete. I don't quite have 60 because I did miss a day, I believe. And then one day I only created, actually 2 days, I only created one layout. So I believe I still ended up with like 58. But that's amazing for 1 month. That's great. I am very happy with that. And now I just need to put them away. I did get all my older sons put away because all of his albums are very easy to put the layouts back in. It's my younger son that I don't have them as organized, so they're not as easy to put away. So here's where I'm switching out to the silver thread instead of the black one. And I have to sneak it underneath the spider webs, even though I already glued those down. But I was able to lift them back up. And then this one here, the same thing. I want to add a little bit of silver to this one. The little spider web at the bottom in the larger spider web square or rectangle, he does not have silver webbing. I didn't add anything to him since he's kind of just sitting in the spider web. All these little stars I just added around to fill in space. If you've seen my layouts, you know I don't like empty space. I'd rather fill it in with something. So I'm filling it in. I brought in the sticker sheet. I don't peel anything off except for that star. And that's because it was a little bit smaller and I put it right up there at the top in the middle of the spider web. And I believe that's it. I think that's the only sticker I pull off. Other than that, I am done. I hope you guys enjoyed today's layouts for Miss Kate. I definitely enjoy using her monthly boxes. And I will have a link down below where you can pick up your own box. And I will see you guys tomorrow with acrylic stash busting. Here's a few close-ups. I want to thank Teri Rice for her layout, and I will also have her information down below along with the playlist for 30 days of sketches. And I will see you guys tomorrow with another layout for acrylic stash busting. Bye!